Hi, this is Shannon Kringen, Goddess Kring in Seattle. It is May 10th, 2022. And I wanted to maybe make a new trailer for my YouTube channel. What is my channel about? My name is Shannon Nicole Kringen, and I'm a multimedia artist and an art model and an animal lover, a pet sitter, dog walker, cat sitter, cat walker, Jack of all trades, Jane of all trades, Jack or Jane of all trades. I struggle with lots of emotional challenges, and I don't want to put myself down, but I also don't want to pretend and be fake and pretend like I'm, perfect and brilliant and wonderful. I'm talented, I'm sensitive, but I'm also very troubled and burdened by my personal trauma and recovering from certain things that I've suffered in childhood, as well as being an adult that doesn't really fit in this world. I might be autistic. I'm highly sensitive. I'm left-handed. I'm an only child. I swim against the current generally. I really admire Yayoi Kusama, the artist, and Hundertwasser, the artist from Austria. Yayoi Kusama is from Japan, correct? Those two artists really inspire me. Yayoi Kusama and Hundertwasser are both examples of artists that are kind of outsider artists. They taught themselves. They do non-traditional art that resonates with me. I am a non-traditional, I got into art modeling, figure modeling for artists, people who like to draw and paint and sculpt the realistic human form, partly because I do not like drawing realistically, but I am happy to model for people who like to draw me a hiding place. And these are all self-portrait photos of me. Some people have attacked me and said I was narcissistic. I think that I'm a very insecure person, and at the same time, I have a lot of confidence. I have enough confidence and chutzpah to do my art and to be a figure model and to put rhinestones on my car and to hand paint my shoes. And I gave Tori Amos hand painted shoes. I've done all kinds of cool, brave things in my life, but I don't have the guts to get married or have kids or do anything like that. But I've never really wanted to do that. So I don't know if I'm autistic or narcissistic or whatever. I'm kind of sick of trying to figure it out, to be honest with you. So this is some of the art that I made. Whoops, there's tape on it. I don't really, there, that should not be there. Hiding place. And there's more of my non-representational art. I'm inspired by a photo I took of myself, and then there's more abstract art. I am inspired by nature. I am inspired by when I'm in airplanes, when I've flown in airplanes, gone on trips. I love the topography. If you look at Hundertwasser, some of his paintings remind me of that too. Like a lot of my abstract art looks like maps of the land, of geography, of the topography and the geography of the land, and like glaciers and mountains and shapes. And that, like the leaves behind me, when you see the shapes in plants, I really love plants and animals and the geometric patterns that I see in the dendrites, is that what you call them, on trees, and how that looks similar to the veins in our bodies. So I'm very inspired by nature and biology. And I don't go to church. I'm not religious, but I'm spiritual. I'm not an atheist, but I'm also not religious. And I love it. Being in nature feels like church to me, like what church is supposed to be, which is a feeling of love and peace and connection to all life. So my spiritual path is to be in nature and be with nature. So I guess my YouTube channel is about Shannon Kringen's journey on this earth. I want to heal and grow and learn. I'm not here to impress anybody. A lot of people don't like me, and I don't like a lot of people. So I'm trying to, and I know that sounds rude to say that because that's not socially polite. I've always felt like an outsider, and especially now in 2022, I really feel like an outsider. So because I'm like religious, I mean, I'm not religious, but I'm not an atheist. And I feel like there's a lot of people that want us all to be atheists and to just focus on chemicals and technology and human beings conquering nature and overpowering nature. And this really hurts my heart. I feel a little heartbroken and sick to my stomach about, like, I love my smartphone. I'm addicted to my smartphone, but I don't want technology to take over the earth. And I don't want us to head in the direction of Wall-E the movie or Hunger Games or Terminator, where our artificial intelligence and computers take over the entire planet Earth. And we kind of control nature and we put barcodes on everything and do an inventory on it. It's just creepy. There's creepy stuff happening, let's just say, but I love doing my art. And so my YouTube channel, hiding place, I definitely need a hiding place. And when I was a little kid, I'm a bit dyslexic, and I didn't read very many books all the way through as a kid, but the Diary of Anne Frank, I think I'll keep holding this up. Actually, more of my art. The Diary of Anne Frank is something that really inspired me. Here's the artist. I love her, Yayoi Kusama. She's, some people call her the Dot Lady. I really like her. She struggles with a lot of anxiety and depression and emotional challenges, and yet her artwork has saved her. Never mind. I saw a documentary about her and I was inspired. So here, Goddess Kring. These are some of my photos where I look my best, where I'm trying to empowering myself. If I'm a narcissist, the kind that I am is somebody who's trying to build up her self-esteem. So I think a real narcissist actually thinks they're better than everyone. I actually am quite insecure, and I know that I'm talented, but I don't feel appreciated by other people. And I don't know, like, all of these photos I took of myself, and I look powerful and confident. When other people photograph me, I'm afraid to ham it up like this. So it's a little painful to me that I'm not so good at working with other people, and yet I'm really confident when I work with myself. So I model for myself. So I feel misunderstood, but there, more of my art. These are all my own self-portrait photos and abstract drawings, and a photo at the top of some leaves and some fuzzy, fluffy plant things. I don't know what they're called. I love plants and animals. I love being in nature. I love the smell of horses and the smell of different animals, as weird as that sounds. I'm a very sensual person. I love, so this YouTube channel, this is my weird new trailer, improvisational. This YouTube channel is about the improvisational life of Shannon Kringen, artist, art model, multimedia artist. I put rhinestones on my car. I hand paint my shoes. I love Tori Amos and Tom Petty music. I also love Cutworms and Beach House. Those are other, and the French musician Margot Cotton. She's a new person that I found online, thanks to the Tom Petty Nation online group I belong to, for all the people who really love Tom Petty music. And I recently heard The Running Kind, covered by Tom Petty and Johnny Cash, written by Merle Haggard. I love that music. Music is very important to me. I use music to help me mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. I'm a very spiritual person, but to me, church is in nature. Church is in the forest. I don't go to actual church. I'm not interested in medical dogma. I'm not interested in scientific dogma or religious dogma. I'm interested in actual nature and life, the life force, and being close to nature. I am never going to forget that I'm close to nature. If you look up the artist Hundertwasser, Hundertwasser, he's Austrian. He passed away a while back, but he's a great artist, and he had a whole philosophy about humans staying with nature and building eco-friendly houses and compost toilets and all that kind of stuff. So Yayoi Kusama and Hundertwasser helped me feel less alone in the world. I feel a kinship with both of their kinds of art. They both are self-taught, improvisational. I do my own thing. Bada boo, bada bing, stinging rings the kring, catch the wind song, spiral drive, crack the code, left and right node. And so that's part of one of my poems. So that's my YouTube channel. It's just the improvisational life of Shannon Kringen and her show and tell. and on her journey of healing, loving, and growing. So if I am a narcissist, I don't know if I'm autistic or narcissistic or whatever, I'm definitely a bit dyslexic. So The Hiding Place, when I was a kid, I definitely read the book, The Diary of Anne Frank, all the way through. It gripped me. And I'm a bit dyslexic, and reading is not easy for me. I don't read. I like to write more than I like to read. And I'm a pretty good writer, I think, when I'm in the flow. I like to write more than I like to read. And I like to listen to audiobooks and watch videos because I absorb it better. I'm very auditory, I'm very musically oriented. So The Hiding Place resonates with me. I feel like I need a hiding place. I recently recorded a video where I say, all my life, I've related to people who are ostracized, demonized, and need to hide. So I feel a little bit like that right now. Like I don't really fit with left wing or right wing people. I don't really fit in any group. I don't really fit with other artists necessarily. I like to joke that I'd like to join a group for loners, but I mostly like to do things by myself. So I have a bunch of freelance jobs where I get to work by myself mostly. And I love to take care of dogs and cats. And I just want to learn, heal, and grow on this earth. And I chose not to have a family. I'm an only child of parents who split when I was 4. So I'm a little sad. I sometimes wish I had my own family, but I don't. Once my mom and dad pass away, that's it. That's the end of my bloodline. So my legacy is my art. My legacy is loving plants and animals and doing my artwork and sharing it with the world. And then when I pass away, that's it. That's what I leave behind. So I guess if I had had kids and grandkids, that would be my legacy. But since I didn't, my artwork. And I really do feel happy. I ride in the body paint bike rides in Seattle, and I'm known for painting my shoes. I'm known for giving Tori Amos shoes. Um, because her music is so tremendously helpful to me, and I now put rhinestones on my car. Hopefully, I'm going to be in the Fremont Summer Solstice bike parade and art car parade here in Seattle in June of 2022, hopefully. And I love just decorating my car and driving around Seattle. And I've noticed the ferry workers and the fast food workers are the ones that notice my car the most and really compliment me on my car. So I love the idea of entertaining people with my sparkly car and just making them smile and laugh. And that's something positive I can do because I have a lot of fear and anger um, on the dark side. But on the light side, I love to spread inspiration and joy through my artwork, through my photos I take of nature. Some people say I take too many photos of myself. Well, tough because I enjoy it. So I don't resent other people who take lots of self-portraits. I appreciate artists who do self-portraits, like what's that person's name? Like Frida Kahlo paintings. I love her paintings. I love Cindy Sherman, the photographer that has done a lot of self-portraits. I like people who do self-portraits. And so I don't care if somebody else paints somebody or you paint yourself or you photograph yourself. Who cares if, excuse me, if it's an interesting photo, it's an interesting photo, whether it's a self-portrait or not. So I just love doing self-portraits because I'm not shy when I'm by myself. And when I work with other people, I'm just kind of uptight and self-conscious in a way that's not really very fun for me. So maybe that is kind of autism. See, you could say that's narcissism for me to be so into myself, but I'm comfortable with myself in a way that I'm not comfortable with other people. It's kind of odd, but now I'm self-conscious and defensive about that because people have accused me of being narcissist, which hurts my feelings, but whatever. People are entitled to their opinion when I put stuff out in public. I need to be able to handle criticism. I feel very defensive. I feel like, I don't know how to look this confident when other people photograph me. Also, I don't like asking the photographer permission to publish. So another reason why I love to photograph myself is because I own the copyright. I give myself permission as the model and the photographer to publish it anywhere I want, and nobody can tell me otherwise. And so it's just easy and liberating and simple to do self-portraits and share them. The dark side is, people judge you. Oh, you're so into yourself. And I have taken some headshots for other people. I have photographed other models or other just regular humans and done some cool headshots, but I don't think I'm as good at my photos are the most powerful that I've taken myself, of myself, or of plants and animals, or urban decay, or whatever. Photos I take of other people, I feel like I'm just doing it to prove that I can do that. I don't really know if I enjoy that. What I like to do is my freelance jobs. I take care of pets, and I run around and do errands for people, and I like doing that. So I like serving people in that way. But I'm really a solitary person. I don't really enjoy interacting with people in a super duper social kind of way. So I'm just trying to make peace with all of this. So maybe narcissism and autism are mistaken for each other, or maybe I have a multifaceted layer of narcissism and autism. In other words, autism to me is that I'm in my own world and I want to connect with other people, but it's hard because I see things in my own way. And I don't listen very well to other people, I think, unless they're Tom Petty or Tori Amos. I listen to music, and I listen to, sometimes when actors are interviewed about their acting, I'm fascinated and I can sit there and listen to every word they say. I'm really good at listening to music. I'm really good at listening to movies. I'm really good at tuning into that, but I'm not as good at tuning into people socially. I find it kind of exhausting and I just want to get away from people. I like to be polite and say hello, thank you, goodbye. Here's this, here's that, do what I'm supposed to do for somebody. And then I look forward to getting away. And then when I talk to people, I notice I kind of do monologues. That's an autistic trait right there. So I can't seem to get myself assessed for autism. Our mental health system in this country is pretty awful. In the United States, it's not easy to get, and not that many people seem to understand autism. I also love Temple Grandin. She has a PhD and she's autistic. She's one of the highest functioning autistic people that we ever seem to have had on this planet. I think of people like Helen Keller also. I'm very inspired by Helen Keller. Thanks to the lady who helped communicate with her. What is her name? Annie something, what is her name? But we would never know how intelligent Helen Keller was unless that lady tapped into her communication with her. So there are many hidden gems in people like me, and not just me, but all kinds of eccentric people. And when I say that, I mean that. And I feel like a minority in many ways, and I've been attacked for saying that because I'm a Caucasian person. I feel like a minority in a different way. I feel like I'm autistic, I'm left-handed, I'm introverted, and yet I like to do monologues and share them in public, which is kind of an extroverted thing, but I share my inner world with the external world. So it's not really extroverted. What is it? It's show and tell. It's Shannon's show and tell. So thanks for tuning in. This is my new trailer. I think it's a bit long, isn't it? Oh, well. So my website, shannonkringen.com, and I have a Patreon, and I'm all over social media. If you just look for Shannon Kringen or Goddess Kring, you can follow me. And I do all kinds of different things. And I sometimes contradict myself. And I can see why a lot of people don't like me. I'm trying to learn to forgive them and me, and learn to love myself and not think that's narcissistic to love yourself. I think I am autistic. I'm self-diagnosing myself. I don't really think I need a label, though, from an official psychological blah, blah, blah. I'm not really into that, needing that, but I think I'm a bit autistic, and I think meaning I'm lonely. Like, I want to connect with people, and yet I like being by myself mostly. And I feel misunderstood and frustrated, and there's something missing. And so, and yet I'm really talented and really good at a lot of things that other people can't do. And I notice things, and that's part of being an artist, is that I notice like reflections in mud puddles, and other people just think it's an ugly mud puddle, whereas I notice beautiful reflections in the mud puddle. If you go to my Flickr account, you can see thousands of, like 5,000, or I don't know how many thousand pictures I've taken, and you can publish them for free under the Creative Commons license. And people all over the world have published my photos, and I'm very proud of that. I wish I could earn money with my photos, but I don't know how to do that. But I love that I share my photos and my unique vision with people. And it hurts my feelings when people criticize me and say I'm a narcissist or whatever. I think I'm autistic, but even if I say that, people think I'm putting myself down or something. But I truly think that I am eccentric, and I don't really fit in. with most people, and I don't want to fit in. I want to be myself. So ever since I was a little kid, I felt like in order to belong, I have to be a certain way, but that's not the real me. So I can't do that. So I just want to be my real self. And I have a few friends, but the best times I have are when I'm by myself. And maybe sometimes I feel lonely, but mostly I enjoy being with plants and animals and doing my artwork. I enjoy driving around in my car by myself, listening to music, and I got the rhinestones on my car. So I entertain people with my car, and I like just doing my own thing. I live by myself with my cat and a bunch of houseplants. And so that's me in a nutshell. I'm so happy I got to do that tour in Norway called Norway in a Nutshell. And I got to do like a train and a boat. And yeah, it was really cool. I'm glad I went to Norway. And so I'm mostly Norwegian. So my last name Kringen is Norwegian, Kringen. So thanks for tuning in. This is Shannon Kringen, got us Kring. So this is my new YouTube trailer, I guess. Yeah, I always think I'm going to make a short video and then I ramble on, but I enjoy doing this. Okay. Have a good day, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. And whether you like me or you don't like me, I'm learning to try to accept that. Of course, I want to focus on people who appreciate me and try to tune out the people who don't like me and figure out, who do I like? I mean, I feel a little guilty and ashamed that I don't really like very many people. And I know that that sounds harsh, and I'm sorry if that hurts your feelings if you know me personally. I mostly just like to be by myself. I find people annoying mostly. And I know that that's not a very polite thing to say. Maybe that's just being highly sensitive and being an introvert, being an only child. I love plants and animals. The sound of the crow out my window is fine. Plants and animals are more fun for me to be around than other humans. I guess I like humans from a distance. I like walking in nature with friends. So I just want to share that. Okay, I'm going to go hide now in my hiding place. Bye for now.